Hello everyone, this is Tricky and welcome back to yet another update video. A new Pokemon Sun and Moon trailer dropped this morning and I'm super excited to talk about it. We get to see the new Pokemon that was revealed yesterday in action, and then we get a few new ones as well, so let's go ahead and get into it. Right off the bat, we get to see the evolution of Type Null again. Its English name is Savali and its ability is RKS System. It's so beautiful in-game. I love this thing. I am obsessed with it. It's so freaking cool. But anyway, its ability changes type when holding certain items. So depending on the item that you're holding, you could change the type of your Savali. This Pokemon has an ability called Multi-Attack, which matches the type that it currently is. And I know that we talked about that in yesterday's video, but we get to see it in action today. Multi-Attack will match Savali's current type. So if you're a fire type, it'll be a fire type move. If you're a fairy type, it'll be a fairy type move, and so on. And water, of course, because that's kind of what's on screen. Now let's see what Savali is all about. It is a synthetic Pokemon, and let's see, when Type Null gains a partner it can trust, it deliberately destroys the restraining device it wears. Once released from the heavy mask, the Pokemon's speed increases substantially. Freed of the restraining effects of its mask, Savali's senses are heightened, and it reverts to its natural temperament. It has a wild nature, but it will obey a trainer that it trusts. And to protect that trainer from danger, it will put its own life on the line. Savali is said to have been created to oppose a threat. I can't wait to see what this thing is all about in the game. Anyways, by inserting exclusive items into the drive on Savali's head, its RKS system can be activated, causing Savali's somatic cells to mutate and glow. Oh, that's so freaking cool. The RKS system enables it to change its type, and its cells glow with a different color of light depending on the type. Savali has definitely went up to my top 5 favorite Pokemon, and I haven't even freaking played it yet. But before this entire video turns into me fangirling about this Pokemon, we should probably move on. We also get to see Hakimoto's evolutions in action as well, and I actually like their in-game model a lot better than what we saw on the Korokoro scan. So yeah, I knew it, they're gonna grow on me. I actually really like them. So we have Hakimoto, and it is a dragon fighting type with bulletproof and soundproof for abilities, and the final evolution is Kommo-o, and I really don't know if I'm even pronouncing these right, but it is also dragon fighting with the same abilities, bulletproof and soundproof. They're very unique from the other dragons that we got in past games, and I think that's why I kind of like them. Now let's look at their information. So Hakimoto, the scaly Pokemon, when a Jangmo-o evolves into a Hakimoto, whatever it is, it breaks from its fellows and begins to live on its own to train itself. Hakimoto dances before a battle to show its strength, clanging its scales together to make them ring out. When this dance reaches its climax, Hakimoto bellows a fierce war cry to challenge its opponents. Its scales make for fine armor, so Hakimoto doesn't worry about the self-defense as it makes multitudes of strikes and overwhelms its opponents. But as a result, its scales often become damaged and get torn off. Ooh. But they grow back immediately, so this does not cause Hakimoto undue concern. In fact, it views the number of lost scales as proof of how ferociously it has fought. So this thing is a little tough little dude. Now let's look at the big dude. Hakimoto evolves into this overwhelmingly powerful form. It returns to the land of its birth where it watches over the Jangmo-o from a distance. There is a legend that says Kommo-o is covered in glittering scales in order to drive away a great darkness covering the world. The reason these Pokemon seek out battle is to gain the power needed to defeat this darkness. When it detects someone approaching, this Pokemon rings the scales on its tail to announce its presence. It has no desire to battle against weak Pokemon, so it's a good sport. That's nice. Kommo-o's greatest move is the uppercut. It swings its arm up from below in a punch of great skill and force, sending its foe flying into the sky. So apparently it could generate a force powerful enough to change the face of the surrounding landscape. Okay. Clinging Scales is a move that only Kommo-o can learn. It scrapes the scales covering its body against one another, attacking with great clamor. After using this move, Kommo-o's defense is lowered. Oh no, that's not good. But anyway, this thing is pretty cool. It's very interesting. Moving on, we get to see Bonsweet's cute little evolution. It evolves into Steenie. That's fun to say, Steenie. It could get the ability Leaf Guard or Oblivious. Let's look at Steenie. Steenie's head is harder than Bonsweet's, so Steenie is no longer worries about being stabbed by other Pokemon. Why would she have to worry about being stabbed? What? As Bonsweet, this Pokemon may have preferred to run away from others, but now Steenie and other Pokemon can play together and avoid being stabbed. That took a turn that I wasn't expecting. Upon evolving, this Pokemon's fragrance becomes even more delectable, but it also gains a tomboy-like personality. Living together with one is quite the ordeal. As it moves around, it spins its calyx, striking nearby objects, but Steenie couldn't care less. I like this thing. Then Steenie evolves into Serena? I know the T is silent, so maybe it is Serena? I don't know. But it is the fruit Pokemon. It could have the ability Leaf Guard or Queenly Majesty. Serena, or whatever, has the ability of high-class nobility. Any Pokemon or human that approaches it with evil in mind will be punished. It even turns its fearsome glare upon its own trainer if the two of them are not fully in sync, or if the trainer orders it to use a move that will be ineffective. Only the strongest of Steenie are able to evolve. When this happens, the Steenie evolves with the blessings of other Steenie, and then uses its strength to protect the Bonsweet. I'm so sorry I keep saying it like that. It is said that this Pokemon loses its strength if touched on the crown-like protuberance on its head. So don't touch it, it will die apparently. Some Serena have the Queenly Majesty ability, which no other Pokemon has previously had. The effects of Queenly Majesty are so intimidating that it prevents opponents from using priority moves. I really love this evolutionary line, like a lot. I was worried at first because Bonsweet looks very similar to Cherubi, but they definitely surprised me. I love it. The next evolution that we get to see is Ribombee, and it's so cute. Has a little scarf. It is a bug fairy type, and it could have the ability Honey Gather or Shield Dust. Ribombee collect flower nectar and pollen to make into balls known as pollen puffs. They serve as food, and what's more, they can also cause effects like paralysis or dizziness. Oh, I was about to say, oh, that's adorable. It can make some snacks for you, but then you're gonna die. Some of the pollen puffs that Ribombee make also have a relaxing effect or can relieve tiredness. I need 50 of them. Ribombee hate getting rained on. They're covered with fluffy hairs that hold the pollen that they gathered, and the rain makes them wet and dirty. Alolan people know that if Ribombee are busily visiting the fields of flowers, tongue twister, you can be sure that the fair weather will continue. Then we get to Alolan Grimer and Alolan Muck. If you didn't remember what I said about Alolan Grimer, I mean, they could have had like the freaking lava Grimer or lava Muck, but instead we get a doo-doo Pokemon with mustard around his mouth. Why is this a thing? Maybe Alolan Muck will come around and actually look really cool? Maybe? And I am very happy to say that I am super excited about Alolan Muck. I love it. It is so freaking cool. I like this a lot better than the usual Muck, but it changes color and it's creepy and I love it. Poison Dark type. It's so freaking cool looking. Starting with Alolan Grimer. When the population of the Alola region increased, dealing with their garbage became a serious problem. As a solution, Grimer were imported from other regions. They fed primarily on garbage, so their body composition changed, as did their form. What appears to be teeth in this Pokemon's mouth are in fact residential toxins from the garbage it eats, which have hardened and crystallized. No method has been discovered to break down these crystals. Direct contact with them presents a danger. That's so cool, what the crap? Alolan Grimer is always eating garbage, but its constant hunger will cause it to begin eating other manufactured objects if it runs out of garbage to feed on. I think we need some Grimer in real life. Our world would be so much cleaner. And then let's move on to Alolan Muck. Alolan Muck eats whatever it is in reach without pausing, and if it feels a sharp pang of hunger, its arms amuck. Toxins have accumulated in Alolan Muck's body from its steady diet of various waste products and manufactured materials. This accumulation has brought about a chemical change, producing a new kind of toxin. Alolan Muck has the same poisonous crystals as Alolan Grimer, but they're not limited to just its mouth. They extend from all over the surface of its body. These highly toxic crystals are easily knocked loose, making them extremely dangerous. The Grimer and Muck in the Alola region produce and store their toxins within their bodies, so unlike the Grimer and Muck in other regions, you won't detect any unpleasant aromas when draw near one. They're so cool! We need them! Ship some of these Alolan things over here! Then we got some new trainers. We got this bae looking Olivia. She's so pretty. I like her. She's nice. And then we have Ilma, or however how you pronounce that. They're also cool. So yeah, that is all the stuff that was revealed in the newest trailer, and I'm still very excited about it. So let me know in the comment section below what your favorite piece of information was, and let me know how you think about these new trainers and these new Pokemon. So anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this up. These are my social links. You could follow me and all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.